downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Wilson to throw right away. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They try the left side here with Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. 4th down. Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And now the rookie's 3. The 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down. And I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They begin the drive with Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 27, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys will be able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
On the move to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The Lions in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 3rd down, Green. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
To throw again on second down. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 47 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Now on 2nd and 16, Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, Park?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And there you go, Charles. A guy you liked an awful lot coming out of college, I know, making the stop behind the line.
Yeah, I thought he had the best instincts of any linebacker I'd seen in about the last decade. Crashed together with some tremendous athletic ability. Not bad for the first month of his NFL career.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Green, a final shot before break. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Swift. And some room to maneuver. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Baron Browning charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops it for a loss of 11.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
They have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player. And
he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 21-yard line. The Broncos take over first down again at their own 21.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Now Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Green. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Green. He'll get this off to Swift. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Stiff-armed him. And he's taken down inside the 30. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, about that. A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jason Kabinda. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 21-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And there he goes again. Touchdown, Detroit. That punt returned 69 yards. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Williams brings it in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And average yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And here's Green, throwing on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Broncos Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. McManus's point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 21-yard line. The Lions take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
Now Green on 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I think counting after a while, they were clearly